Welcome to Everyday Entrepreneurs Everywhere with your host, Chris Parker.
And welcome back to Everyday Entrepreneurs Everywhere. This is Chris Parker, and we're going to have some conversations with quite a few people on this episode. First, we're going to have a conversation with Lars, who is one of the founders and organizers of Planet Pilots, which is a program empowering young people around the world to become pilots. And what I mean by that is the pilots to the future of the planet. Some time ago, I had Crystal Toe, another one of the organizers and co-founders, on the conversation. And I will put a link to that in the show notes. And she explains really the background and the why of Planet Pilots. And through that, my boys, Nate and Quentin, I said, well, maybe they would like this. And I really wasn't quite sure. And so I introduced them here in Europe. It's Saturday morning. And that was quite, I think, a couple months ago. And they keep going back. They really like it. And we're going to find out in the conversations that come up what they love about it. Part of those conversations with Crystal and Lars and others, they also said, hey, maybe the pilots would like to create their own podcast. And is that something that I could share with them? And that's how the idea for this episode came about. So in the beginning, I'm going to be, well, essentially interviewing some of these young people, these Planet Pilots. And at the end, we turn it around and say, hey, would anyone like to be on this side of the microphone? And the last conversation is exactly that. So there's one pilot, Alexa, having a conversation with another pilot, Alex. So enjoy. Again, this is a little bit different format than previous conversations, and it's delightful. So yeah, sit back, enjoy. And here is Lars, and then the pilots. And Lars and the pilots of Planet Pilots, thank you so much for joining the conversation on Everyday Entrepreneurs Everywhere. Lars, can you share a little bit about the vision-making process that these pilots have been going through, and maybe a little bit about the Planet Pilots program?
Thank you very much, Chris, for having us. I'm saying that on behalf of our Planet Pilots around the world. And yes, I'll be happy to talk you through very quickly the vision setting process and what we are here to do. We really set out as a group of parents and families to create a better world. We wanted to create a world that we want to live in. We wanted to change some paradigms that we are not really enjoying, honestly. And we think we can do better. We think we can create a healthy world managed by empowered kids. We really, we love kids. And I'm saying that as a big child myself. And what I consistently see is our kids and teenagers, they always come up with better ideas than we do as adults. They are not limited by the way of thinking. They go out of the box and suggest excellent creative ways of solving big challenges. So in short, let's hand over the power to the kids and let them steer our planet forward to a better future. And in short, this means we need to empower the kids, because today I feel they're not really empowered. We as parents tell them what they should be doing: do your homework, get up, get dressed, get this and that. And it should be the other way around. the pilots should be telling us what is the right thing to do. What should we be studying? What should we be building? So that's what Planet Pilot is. It's a global community of families, more than anything else, that believes in empowering the kids so they can steer our planet forward. That's who we are, and we are a growing community on, I think, pretty much all continents by now. And we're always open to others who want to feel empowered and figure out what this really means and how it can be done. Yeah. So that was just about Planet Pilots. Let me put you on the track that we are on right now with a process that we are very excited about. And here, I know that listeners cannot see my screen, but we are doing this live with a fantastic group of pilots that I want to see this while I'm talking. And what I'm showing right now is a vision board. And while you're listening, you may not be knowing exactly what a vision board is. A vision board is something really simple. It's a visual representation of your goals. Anybody can build a vision board. You can use your fridge at home, if you can put magnets on, you can stick or use sticky notes or something. Put something on that represents what you want to accomplish, right? Because then you see it every day. You see it every time you go to the fridge. I personally go to the fridge a bit too often, so it would work well for me to look at my goals all the time and be reminded about them. So each of our pilots are working on their own vision board, and some have completed them by now and some have not, but it's obviously work in progress, and you may come up with a new goal for yourself, or you may want to change a goal, and that's all fine. But it's a visual representation of what you want to accomplish. It can be something you cut out of a newspaper or magazine. It can be a drawing you make, or it can be a poem you write that describes what you really want to do. And we have created vision boards for 2021, which is this amazing year that we got started already almost 2 months ago. Time is flying. So you see, those of you who can see my screen, see a couple of visions that some of the pilots on this podcast right now have actually created. And some will be, I'm sure, built in Minecraft, and some will actually involve planting trees and plants out there in the real garden, and there's a lot more coming. So that we started out with a vision board, because keeping the goal in mind is important to get there, right? So, and for those who can see my screen again, but let me explain what we are looking at. We're now looking at a few examples of vision boards created by our Planet pilots. And an example is Alexa, who wants to make a game and wants to swim with dolphins, and wants to visit her grandma, and wants to destroy a watermelon, and wants to cook everything for a week, and wants
My
to make
grandma died a few
Oh,
weeks ago.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh,
Sorry, Alexa.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Yeah. So and Alexa also wants to do something to help the planet, right? And that's something we all have in common, all the pilots here, and you will feel it right away, Chris, when you start to interview them. They are not here just for the fun of it, but we are having a lot of fun, but we are also doing things to really help the planet. So everybody sees the bigger picture, really, of the world we are living in, and that something is needed to change a lot in our world that we don't like. Here's another Planet pilot. This is Lucas's vision board. This is super simple and very crystallized and very focused on creating and enjoying the ultimate family gaming experience. So this is a game creator we are looking at here. All right, so, but the thing is, and you have seen already, Chris, you're part of one of our sessions here, where the pilots are creating a dream machine now. We are trying to go from vision to actually build something that will take us to our goals. And getting ideas is easy. And we, just before we came on this podcast, we're going through a lot of different, what we call dream machines. They are machines that can do anything that you want to create, you want to happen. And it's very easy to get the ideas. Our Planet pilots demonstrate it every single day. But building it is quite a bit harder sometimes. And turning an idea into reality can be challenging. So we know as Planet pilots that we cannot operate alone, really. We can get ideas on our own, definitely. We do it all the time. But when we want to turn it into reality and really help the world, we need each other. We need others to help us, others with other skill sets and other ideas. And some are really good building things with their hands, and some are really good at the math that we need to build a robot, for example, and some are good at drawing it and making sketches and all that. So we need each other to build things. And that's what we are really good at Planet Pilots. Now, we have been so fortunate to partner up with an organization called MyMachine. And MyMachine, I think we can share a link to it on your podcast page, Chris. So I don't need to go too deep into how to find it. But MyMachine, we found, was a global organization that are super aligned with our values and with what we do. And they are actually about looking at ideas that really mean something to the person who are creating the idea, looking at those ideas and actually building them. And this is some of the things that many of our pilots have been mentioning, that we know what means something to us, but we find it a little bit hard to build it sometimes. And this organization, they cooperate with schools, universities, and other organizations around the planet that helps to actually build ideas. They take an idea they get from somewhere and then they build it. And we have been invited to this global initiative where kids from around the world are submitting their own dream machines. And they have, then they choose some of the ideas and they actually build them. But we at Planet Pilot have been so fortunate, and thanks to Justina from our team, to actually kind of get a dream machine built, and that's what we'll be building.
Lars, we're hearing the video of the audio of the video as well. Can you turn that down a little bit, because we're hearing you okay?
Yes.
There's also a bit of the
Yes.
noise, and I will include the link to that video. I watched that with Nate and Quentin the other day as well, and it was really cool explaining MyMachine. So sorry, keep going with your story. I'm really curious how this goes, and then we're going to get to the conversations with the pilots soon. So
absolutely,
back to you.
Yes, thank you, Chris. So this is a process, obviously, and I think building a real machine that helps people on this planet is a process that takes several iterations, probably many iterations. And what you end up building is never the same as your first idea, right? This evolves. You find better ways to solve a problem. Then you realize it's not exactly the problem you wanted to solve. Then you get better and more clarity around describing the problem you want to solve. Now you get new, better ideas. How do we solve the problem? And what machines should we really be building? So we are at the stage where the pilots have been building individual dream machines out of what they thought could be interesting. And many of them have already realized this is not the final product we really want. We do want to evolve at problem level, idea level, and so on and so forth. And so we are actually today, as we are talking together, we'll start the process of creating one dream machine all together in the Planet Pilots group. And this is the machine that will be submitted to the MyMachines organization, and then they will go and build it. And I hope we can be very close to follow that process, or maybe even be involved in it. So we'll see how that works. That's where we are.
I have a dream of another podcast episode of talking to people as the machine goes stage to stage, because there's the pilots themselves that come up with the idea, and then there's one group of students that will sort of do the design, and there's another one that will do the physical build, and then there's the actual reveal. And I'm just excited to see this happen. So Lars, thank you so much.
1, 2, 3, helmets on.
Helmets on.
Exactly.
And hello, Alexa from South Africa. Thank you for joining the conversation. Can you share with us, what do you love about Planet Pilots?
I love the fact that they're trying to build a new education system, and that there's so many children in it, and that they just let us be free and think of our own ideas, and just letting us like be ourselves and not have to just you have to do this and you have to do that, but giving us a feeling of creativity and freedom. Yeah, that's what I love.
Wow, that sounds very lovable, and I see that as well. And Alexa, what is your vision for 2021 from your vision board?
Well, I suppose it would be swimming with dolphins.
Wow.
No, helping the planet.
And helping the planet. I'm
And
curious.
swimming with dolphins.
I love the swimming with dolphins. Why do you want to swim with dolphins?
Because I've always loved the ocean and marine animals. It's just I don't like walking on places where there's lots of seaweed and lots of rocks in water, because that scares me, and I'm afraid that they're going to be crabs, so that I can pinch my toes. So I just like clear water
Clear water.
that I can swim in.
And how will you achieve this in 2021? How do you think you're going to get it done?
Probably by working hard on my schoolwork, so that my parents can see that I've worked hard, so in the holidays I can go and do that.
Love it. Alexa from South Africa, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And welcome, Natalia, originally from Bolivia, now in New Zealand. Can you share with us, what is it you love about Planet Pilots?
I really like that they don't purposely teach us stuff. They just let us explore, and they're not the ones that are just demanding that we learn stuff. We're just learning stuff out of curiosity, and I like that there's a lot of people and a lot of friends that you can make online. And I really like the fact that none of us are actually interacting. None of us actually can physically touch each other, but still we're all friends, and I really like that about Planet Pilots, because it's an online friendship community.
Cool. I see that as well. And what is it that you want to achieve, or what is your vision for what you want to do in 2021?
My main goal for 2021 is, because I'm in year 6 and I'm going to be finishing primary school this year, I really want to go to Antarctica, and for maybe a cruise or something, because I really want to see penguins in their natural habitat, and maybe some seals and some polar bears.
I love it. That is an exciting vision for 2021. And how do you think you can achieve that goal?
I'm gonna get around $45 every week by doing chores and washing the car, and getting because I'm gonna get little mini things, jobs, little mini jobs, refereeing for football, and doing extra chores around the house and helping out.
I love it. Natalia, originally from Bolivia and coming from New Zealand for the conversation. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Mimaj, who is a global citizen, having lived in the US, in Switzerland, and currently coming to us from India. Mimaj, what is it that you love about Planet Pilots?
Like, so what I like is that whenever we do something, it's not like you have to do it exactly like this, right? And everything that we do, it's fun, and it's always about like helping somebody or something, right? Like, we did a few things to help the earth, right? We watched a few videos on that. Or we're doing the MyMachine, which is supposed to help somebody. And it's not like you have to do it like this. It's just like they're guiding us instead of forcing us to do that. So we can do whatever we want. And then another thing is that like there are a ton of people, right? Kids my age. And because of the coronavirus, I'm like stuck in the house, and plus currently I'm in a small town in India. And it's in Gujarat, and I don't speak Gujarati, so like that's limited. Yeah, so like I can find people my age, right, who can like talk to me and play with me.
I love it. And I also see after the sort of formal part of Planet Pilots, there's some Minecraft and stuff
Yeah.
afterwards. Do you enjoy that part as well?
Yeah.
I thought so. So Mimaj, what is your vision for 2021?
So like my vision is to like create a plan, right, for create like a curriculum for an imaginary school, which fits within the current budget of my like school, because I don't like school currently, and I mean if I'm gonna be there to like 12th grade, then I should like it, right?
Right on. And how are you going to achieve this in 2021?
Well, so like there's a ton of time, so I'll be able to do that. And another thing is that it's just a plan. It's not like I'm gonna be applying it this year. It's probably like not ever gonna be applied, but I hope it is. But it's just a plan, and so I'm just gonna plan it out in 2021.
You never know if it will happen, and all starts with an idea and then a plan. So right on, Mimaj. Thank you for sharing. And hello, Jess. And Jess is having her conversation from Vietnam. And so, Jess, I'm curious, what is it that you love about Planet Pilots?
Well, because when I was born, I was really lonely, but when I appear in Planet Pilot, I feel very warm and I got a lot of friends. And I enjoy many fun activities, and Planet Pilot always help me to be creative, and sometimes I learn new things.
Absolutely. And we've also learned, recently about, having a vision or having an idea of what to do in 2021. So what's your vision for yourself and what you want to do in 2021?
Well, I've got a plan because like I was in my school royal sport team, and I was supposed to play a game like tennis this year. I have a lot to practice, but I wanted to win the game and make my school a sporty and great school.
Outstanding. And how are you going to achieve that? What is your plan to make that happen?
Well, I'll practice with my cousin. He is one of the best player in his school, and he always has a trophy or something else like others prize. Like sometimes he come home in blood because like he played football or some sport that is very dangerous, and I always help him and he helped me to complete my game.
Great. Well, you be careful. Don't get hurt in what you're doing. But I'll say, and best of luck with your plan for 2021. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And welcome, Quentin, coming from the Netherlands and also coming from downstairs of where I am. Quentin, what is it that you love about Planet Pilots?
Well, I can learn a lot of it, and at the end, it's no parents, so I like that.
And what do you like about no parents?
Because then we can play Minecraft, play games, do whatever we want. So yeah.
And what do you do on Minecraft with the pilots?
Just in one team, play Bed Wars, Egg Wars, play PvP.
Super cool. And Quentin, what is your vision? What do you want to do in 2021?
Pick up more trash and play 2 hours outside.
Cool. And how are you going to do these things? How are you going to pick up more trash and how are you going to play more outside?
Play more outside I'm already doing, because I'm almost playing every day outside with a friend. And I'm also gonna play outside after the meeting. So
And how about the picking up trash?
I always do that with you,
So
because you like it.
I do like it. So we'll pick up more trash together and that will help make the nature more clean. So
Yeah.
Quentin, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And hello, Zal, who is another global citizen, currently in Morocco, originally from France. Azal, what is it that you love about Planet Pilots?
I love to do Kahoot to learn new things and activities like the vision board and meet people from all around the world.
Wow. And can I ask, what do you like about the Kahoot that you do each time?
But sometimes it's okay if I could do easy Kahoots or hard Kahoots.
Fun. Sometimes it's hard and sometimes it's easy. So
the last time my Kahoot was so easy.
Too easy. Okay.
Yeah.
And Azal, what is your vision? What would you like to do in 2021?
I would like to build my dream machine called Imagination Creator and do my dinosaurs movie called Jurassic World.
You want to make a movie called Jurassic World?
Yes, because I love dinosaurs. And
Go ahead.
I finished the 10 chapters.
Wow. Azal, how are you going to achieve your vision for 2021?
And now I will work on it. I already recorded the 10 chapters of the movie. I need to add music and special effects. And I also want to work further with my Planet Pilot friends.
Outstanding. Azal, well done. Thank you also for preparing so much in advance. I really, really appreciate it. And welcome, Nate, coming in from the Netherlands and also down the hall from me. Nate, what is it that you love about Planet Pilots?
Well, you can just have friends online, other countries, just have a good time. It's very interested. You learn new stuff every time. And yeah, just very interested.
Nice. And Nate, what is your vision for 2021?
Well, it was playing more volleyball. But yeah, that's still, but it's hard because the weather isn't always working. And yeah, we don't have really the good stuff for it. The balls are too soft and yeah.
So how can you, even though there's some obstacles in the way, still achieve your goal in 2021?
Just do it outside. any weather. Just first make the balls into good air pressure in it, and then just do it outside, even if
Nice.
it's cold.
And my last question for you is the MyMachine that I think would be the best to make is a cat crusher. How do you feel about that?
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. No cat crushing. So great. Nate, thank you so much for sharing your vision. So now we are going to turn the page a little bit. Again, this is Chris, and we've just heard from quite a few planet pilots from around the world, sharing what they love about the program, as well as what they're going to do in 2021 as far as their vision. The next one and the last conversation is we actually opened it up to them to say, hey, would any of you like to be on the other side and actually do the interview? So I'm not involved anymore. If you want to learn more about Planet Pilots, go to planetpilots.org, and that information is all on the show notes. But for now, I'm going to leave it up to Alexa and Alex to close the show.
Hi, Alex from Belgium. So, what do you love about Planet Pilots?
Well, I like that it's free. Like it gives you freedom. It's like you don't need anything. Like really, you just need to know how to talk, and probably everyone knows that on Planet
Yeah.
Pilots. And you need a computer. But I like it how it isn't like how it's just you can use your imagination to solve what's given to you. And you can also use the imagination to like iterate and all. Um and really it's two words to describe Parent Pilot. One is digital and two is free.
Yes.
I also like how you can interact with other people without actually like having to meet them. Yeah, and yeah, it's I like that it's also like international. So like you can meet people from different places. They can talk about you, about their homes to you. You can learn stuff from them. And I also like how basically everybody plays Minecraft. That's cool.
Yeah. And what is your vision for 2021?
Ooh, that's actually hard. But I'd say I have two visions. Or no, I'm just gonna talk about one. A collaboration from Mojang AB to with Pilot Pilots, and so maybe like we can make like a quest on Minecraft, and yeah, it's actually gonna be good for Pilot Pilot's business entity and all. But yeah.
Okay. And how will you achieve your vision?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna achieve it in 2021. Um, but I will definitely achieve it. I'm just gonna need to go to Minecon, which is like Minecraft's like international thing where you can introduce sponsors and all. Or just talk to Jeb and Notch and sort of things out. But then again,
Yeah. So thank you, Alex.
1, 2, 3, helmets on!
Helmets
on!
Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe to the podcast on your favorite player and download the Simplicity Kit from ebullient.com.